Hello everyone, and hello. It's Puffalope. Can you believe that? You opened a Puffalope DVD video and it's actually Puffalope there? Oh my god. There's no easy way to say this. But I am heavily burnt out of DBD. It literally came to a point where just the thought of me having to open this game to record videos is getting me anxious. And I don't want to shove my own views of the game down people's throats and tell you how you should feel about the game, because if you have fun doing something, don't let anyone tell you that it's not fun. Just do whatever you want to do. But for me, ever since I started this YouTube channel, my main goal was to record survivor looping videos, because I just thought it was super cool to see people looping killers and commentating over what they're doing, making jokes, or even explaining, being educational with the stuff that they're talking about while being chased. And they're just doing it casually while explaining what they're doing. The biggest inspiration for me when I started this YouTube channel was a YouTuber named Naymeti, which is super popular. You probably know about him. And I couldn't get enough of his videos. He was just looping killers and talking about it in his sexy British accent. I was like, bro, I want to do that. Back then, I only had like 400 hours in the game, so I wasn't even super good at the game, but I just did it anyway. I focused on becoming a good survivor player, or a good loopster. And it paid off. I actually became super good at the game. And back then, the whole meta was running ruin undying and actually committing to chases as every killer, because you got free slowdown from the two perks. Hitting and running was so uncommon that I don't even remember a single instance of me being annoyed by a hit and run killer back then, because hitting and running was so shit and there was no need to hit and run when you got free slowdown. And maybe it's recency bias that I think the current meta is so much worse than the old meta, because honestly, it was so long ago that I don't even remember how, like, I'm sure I got annoyed by some things back then, but nowadays it just feels like the stuff that annoyed me back then would actually be a bliss for me, current day. Like, I wish I could get annoyed that a blight would down me in 2 seconds. I wish that was my main problem with the game. All of this to say that I feel like the main reason I'm burnt out of the game is very obvious for a lot of you, but it's not so clear to me. And let me explain why. A lot of people listening to me talk here are gonna, come to the conclusion that the main reason I'm burnt out of the game is because of how much I play the game. And because I record videos, I'm going for only like specific parts of the game, which is being chased or any killer interaction at all between survivor and killer. That's what I'm going for. I'm not playing the game for the whole experience. I'm not playing the game to sit there and do gens and actually focus on escaping. I'm playing for the highlight. And trust me, just me explaining this shows you that I have considered that to be the main reason I'm burnt out of the game. And hell, it might still be that. As a content creator, I simply don't play this game for fun anymore. I don't casually open DVD when I have free time to play with my friends. That just doesn't happen. I don't like Dead by Daylight. I don't play this game for fun. The only times I have fun playing this game is when I'm streaming, because I know that the people watching me enjoy watching the game, and so I'm having fun because they're having fun watching me do stuff. Or when I'm recording, because same thing, same premise. But recently, not even that is doing it for me. This game is in such a terrible state for people that like looping, that there's no saving it. I don't think there's nothing that BHVR can do. They've already ruined it too much. They can't go back. It feels like BHVR is just treating veteran players as their little playthings. They don't even care about them anymore. It's no secret that BHVR is hyper-focusing on casual players. Every single update that they make, they're dumbing down the game, making it easier and more accessible for newer players to play the game. And sure, that's probably the best business decision they could make. In one of my older videos, I said that they should focus on making veteran players happy, because this is a game that rewards you for playing a lot, and they should focus on making veteran players happy so they buy skins. But I was way out of line saying that. Of course, the casual players are the ones that are going to bring in the most revenue for BHVR. And you know what the casual players don't care about? Looping. They want to join the game, do a few gens, be scared of the killer for a bit, drop a few pellets here and there, and dip. Play with a few friends, maybe, sometime. They don't care about recording themselves running around a structure for 20 minutes while the killer's chasing them and getting angry and rage quitting the game. They simply don't play for that. And BHVR understood that, and so the killer releases that they're making are just focusing on making killer releases. It's like they don't even care about what the killer does anymore. They somehow managed to release back to back the two worst killers in the entire game when it comes to fun for survivors. Two zoning killers that force you to run away from loops and force you into this impossible to win 3-gen situation. And those killers are so bad at everything else other than zoning and 3-genning that they literally can just find a 3-gen and stick to that the entire game. Never chase anyone, kick the generators that they don't want the survivors to do, and then when it goes down to one generator left, the survivors eventually give up. The best way to win as knights and skull merchants is making survivors just so annoyed that they give up and let you kill them. That's the best way to win as those killers. And then people kept finding these like weird playstyles as condemned only Sadako, where you down people and let the survivors heal them off the ground with an add-on that gives them condemned, and that's all you do the entire game. You go for a 3-gen, you run gen kick breaks, and you just condemn people and moe them. And I don't understand. Okay, hot take, how do survivors have fun? How is it possible? And I get that some of these playstyles sometimes are fun to play as. I watch One Pump Willie play Condemned Sadako all the time, and if I watch like one game, then I'm like, yo, this is pretty different, you know, pretty cool to watch. But then when he goes to the 50th game doing the same thing, I can't stand to watch it anymore, you know. And this is not a whole video about Condemned Sadako, because that in itself is very rare. When you do encounter it though, it's unbearable. I just leave the game. It's okay. And that's okay because it's rare, okay? The problem is that 3-genning is not rare. It actually happens every single game. I know that when I queue into a match, no matter what killer I'm going against, they're going to be playing like that. They're going to be playing for kicking generators, hitting you, running away, coming back later, downing you. They're going to be playing to hyper-focus the weak link, you know, tunnel them out of the game, so it's a 3v1, and it's way harder to win a 3v1 than a 4v1, especially in solo queue. That's just how people play. People are hyper-focused on winning the game as killer and the survivor. I'm not excluding survivor players from this. I just feel like people are watching too much otzdarva, learning how to win games efficiently, and then everyone's playing for like just comp killer gameplay and comp survivor gameplay. And I don't think that's fun. For me, the funnest aspect of the game is being chased and chasing survivors. And I don't know how they're gonna fix that. It feels like they just, you know, slapping people around and telling them, yeah, we don't care. We're gonna keep releasing killers. Yeah? How about a Dead by Daylight movie? Huh? You gonna enjoy that? You wanna see Huntress live action? You wanna see a big, juicy, strong mama live action? Then you're gonna play DBD. I promise you're gonna love DBD. I hope at least some of you share the sentiment with me. And this is not, I'm not trying to like, you know, change the game and tell BHR what they have to do, because I'm not even offering a solution here. I'm being so nihilistic about it too. I'm saying that it's way past saving. This is mostly me rambling about how I don't like this game anymore, and it's my job, and it's so terrible. It's such a terrible feeling. I'm just letting it out. And it's also to say that going forward, you can expect killer videos from me. I'm sorry. You can expect more, you know, funny games rather than looping. I can't just quit DBD. Trust me, I wish I could. But I have such a supportive, insanely good community that I can't just give up on it. And again, this is my job. I'm gonna have to start taking risks. If I want to upload frequently, I'm gonna have to do different stuff. Looping is just not cutting it anymore. Looping is unfortunately a diminishing skill. The better you get at it, the less of it you get, because the killers just drop chase. If they even think you're remotely half decent at the game, they just drop chase. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me for me and not me for looping, because if I can manage to put a looping video together, great, but if not, you're gonna watch me playing Trapper, bro. Basement Trapper, Condemned Sadako. Welcome to the new era. Woof.